No, poetry is not becoming a dying art. It's been rumored and perceived as such for as long as I've been paying any attention to it, but no possible way do I think it's a dying art. I mean, Bellingham itself is Exhibit A for the vitality of poetry. That's when it really began, was when I moved to the Northwest when I was about 23 or so. And right away, I just felt an inclination towards performance, and felt like through performance, poetry was really coming alive. I was always interested in the written word, but it seemed like it had a much more visceral kind of appeal when it moved into the realm of performance, and including music. In the old days, before everything became so complicated, we didn't need a different kind of shoe for every occasion. In the old days, we were just one-celled creatures, didn't wear shoes at all. If we had a nucleus, a cell membrane, a few mitochondria, we were set. And in the United States of America back then, why, there were only two states, Alabama and Nebraska. And nobody lived in either of them. Nobody was going on and on about how there's not enough hours in the day. There was 1 hour in the day, and that was enough. And everyone's memory was perfect because nothing had happened. And it didn't matter that there were no stars yet and no moon or sun. There was a streetlight, and you could look up at it and howl all you wanted. All right, thanks.
But there was a street light.
I do tend towards comedy. And I think that the element of surprise is central to poetry. So I've been part of this juvenile justice creative writing project for, I think it's almost 4 years at this point. And I go to the Juvenile Detention Center about once a month. And it is invariably, those 2 hours are invariably among the most interesting 2 hours of the month. You know, when I first went up there, I felt kind of intimidated by the idea of bringing poetry to these kids. You know, I had stereotypes about them being criminal sorts or troubled kids or this type of thing, and that it would be hard to get a rise out of them, that they probably wouldn't be interested, and I would just be, playing tennis without anybody on the other side of the net, that type of thing and that type of anxiety. But I quickly realized that that wasn't the case. You know, I've had to say, it's not cool to write poems better than the teacher, because they really do come up with in that situation with really some good stuff. And so through poetry, they have the opportunity to stand up and say, "This is my story. This is who I am," and to realize that. That they do have something to contribute, that their reality is as important and as valid as anybody's, and they love to talk about themselves.